Hello, everyone.
Yay.
We are here, and welcome to Doctor Who and Autism celebrations, where one of the last group episodes of the series before we get into the festive specials with some Doctor Who actors that have been on Doctor Who. So that's exciting. But before that, we've got at least two more episodes to go before the 60th anniversary. So I'm joined with I'm not going to say a name because I'll repeat myself. So I'm going to get them to introduce themselves. And I'm going to start with Evangelyn.
Hi, my name's Evangelyn. I'm a writer and I currently am on a break from NYU um, grad school where I'm studying marketing.
Awesome. Will you be taking over from Russell T Davis when he goes after him?
I hope so. I mean, it's hard enough in America to apply for writing fellowships because usually it's like diversity fellowships where you have to like fill out a form and send in like two pilot samples, and that's hard enough to do to
Yeah.
get into.
Okay. Um, it is hard. It's hard to get into, but it's good that you like it, doing that kind of stuff. Um, Olivia, would you mind introducing yourself?
Hello, my name is Olivia. I am a 23-year-old autistic freelance artist and graduate student from Washington State, USA. I am studying to be a teacher, and I was introduced to Doctor Who by a friend of mine. And ever since I first watched it, I instantly became hooked because I immediately saw some traits of my own in the Doctor as a character. I just felt like he was relatable and that he had many traits that could be considered autistic. It felt like very affirming and positive representation. And ever since then, I have been obsessed. I've made many Doctor Who fan art pieces. I've watched all of New Who, and I'm currently making my way through Classic Who
Mm.
on the second Doctor.
Yeah. Um, it's good. It's good that you can get into Doctor Who because I guess we'll not stop watching Doctor Who at the moment. Um, we're all getting news, aren't we? We're all getting news about it now.
Hmm.
Which is exciting. But
Yeah.
thanks, Olivia. I think it's about a year. Exactly. I think we did it around the same time last year, didn't we? Just before the 60th
We
or 50th.
we did. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
I love
yeah.
showing you my art there too.
Yeah. You do really good with your art. You take your time and
Thank,
do it all. Um,
thank you.
yeah. It's very good.
Thank you
So
so much.
yeah, you're welcome. Jake, would you mind doing a little introduction of yourself?
Jake. I am a Doctor Who fan. I also play guitar and I'm a musician as well.
That's cool.
Very nice.
Very cool. And you like David Tennant, don't you? You like
Yeah.
the
I
Tenth
met him
Doctor.
in Comic Con. I have a photo of him.
Yeah, you met him.
Oh, that's lovely. That's so
Oh.
lovely.
Yeah.
I
It's
don't have a new screwdriver here.
oh, you got the
Mhm.
14th one. That's
I've got
Awesome.
I've got
yeah.
River's sonic screwdriver here.
Rivers one. That's awesome.
Better. Hey, it's better than a sonic trowel, right?
Yeah, yeah, both great.
It would be nice to have a Sonic Trail though.
Yeah,
Mate,
yeah.
do all your work for you. Um, but yeah, Jake, thank you for coming on again. Grace, will you introduce yourself?
Okay, hi, I'm Grace. I'm 20 years old. I'm from the West Midlands in the UK. I'm I'm not autistic, but I do love Doctor Who. Been watching since I think it was about Matt Smith's era. So yeah, I kind of fell in love with the Moffat era and carried on from there. Kind of watched all the reboot now, and I'm just starting on the classics. I've done a bit of First Doctor, seen the movie, and skipped over to the third. Kind of got bored of the black and white stuff. Sorry. Yeah, I'm actually a musician, but I just cosplay for fun on the side. Um,
Yeah.
Last year uni music. So yeah.
Awesome.
See where that
I was
goes.
wondering about the guitars in the background.
Yeah, I've got a Stratocaster over there and a Gretsch. So just electric and a bass. I've got a microphone next to me.
Nice. It's a cool little studio you got.
Yeah, I can't really sit in my bedroom at the minute because it's getting redecorated. So it's all blank walls. I thought it's better to come in here.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. It's good that you like to do your music. I think we said that before, but you do good with your music. Better than me.
Yeah.
I'm rubbish. But
Okay,
yeah.
a crossover project at the minute, actually.
Oh yeah.
I've got to do this experimental music project, and it's basically do whatever you want. And I've decided I'm going to do a scene for like a Big Finish style audio drama. It's going to be Cerulean based.
Ooh, that's awesome.
That is
If
very
anyone
awesome.
wants to join, you're welcome. If you got a good microphone.
Yeah. Yeah. If everyone wants to join Grace, let Grace know. Yeah, let Grace know. But yeah, thanks for coming on again, Grace. It's gonna be good fun. Talk about Doctor Who. So guys, I guess with the 60th anniversary, is anyone really looking forward to seeing like David Tennant and Catherine Tate back on
Yeah.
Doctor Who?
Excited and nervous at the same time because I don't know what's gonna happen to Donna, especially after, leaving off where she had to have her memory erased and Ten saying that if she remembered him, that her brain will burn and she'll die. It looks like she does remember him somehow, according to the trailer, but I'm scared. I'm also scared of how that's gonna end.
Yeah.
I don't understand how she can keep on remembering him and still be alive for quite a while. It kind of left the impression that she might just sort of start dying immediately, but I don't know, how's that going to work? How does she retain that?
Yeah.
Maybe it has to do with the toy maker and his role. In fact, the toy maker is another thing I'm excited about because I watched the loose cannon reconstructions of the missing episodes of the Celestial Toymaker, and I watched the one remaining like complete episode, and it was a pretty fun story. It's sad that so many of the episodes were thrown out and we still haven't found them yet, but I loved seeing that mischievous character, somebody seemingly immortal, like maybe definitely not human, but I don't think he's a Time Lord either. But I feel like one of the things that the BBC should do actually, like not long after they release the special, is maybe they should make an animated reconstruction of the original Celestial Toymaker serial so we could see where the character came from.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
That would be exciting.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be very exciting. Like if I remember in the trailer, so long ago, the one in September, the official Doctor Who 60th anniversary trailer, where it's a bit, where you can see all London and the world going into fire, and then you can hear a voice saying, you can hear a voice saying, the one who waits, and there's been a lot of discussion online saying it's John Simm's a master, but what I think, as a theory, I don't think it could be the master, but I doubt it. But I don't want it to be. But I think maybe what they're talking about, because Amy Pond is the one who waits, and I kind of think maybe that because a year ago, Karen Gillan put on her Instagram she was working on like a project, and she said it's not a movie, it's something unexpected. And when I met David Tennant earlier this year, he told me the 60th is going to be quite unexpected. So I kind of think Karen Gillan is going to be in the 60th in a way.
Ooh, yeah, that would be a pretty amazing surprise. And she was just her and Rory were both incredible companions. It would be amazing to see them make a comeback. And if they do make a comeback, like seeing how they interact with the doctor after seeing him again, that would be a very fun, surprising experience.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see them interact with a different doctor as well.
Oh yeah. I also get the impression that 14 is going to be more serious than his 10th self. Like the whole impression I got from the trailer is just that he's a lot more serious, kind of more somber, and just generally more like worried. I mean, I don't blame him for it, but I remember hearing that David Tennant said 14 is going to be really different from 10, and I feel like that might be the way in which he's especially different.
Yeah, I think so. I I, I think like you can see on the trailer how angry he is and stuff. But I do think this will be the end to like Donna. Well, no, maybe not dying, but just the story of Donna. I think will finish at the end of these
Yeah.
3 specials.
Yeah, it's going to be bittersweet because she's such a fan favorite.
Yeah, yeah,
Be extra bittersweet with Bernard just popping up in there and then not being there. You know, we've got so used to Wilfred Mott being around. It's like, oh no, what? Why did you have to go?
He was a truly special man. He's very missed.
yeah. It's very sad. It's gonna be very sad when he comes up. Um, maybe in the Star Beast, maybe, hopefully in a little bit of what the each of the specials. But I kind of think it's most likely to be the Star Beast or the Giggle that he'll be in.
Mm.
I don't think he'll be in Wild Blue Yonder because I think that's just I believe that's just a story on a different planet or in outer space. So I think that is where you get all the surprises, and then you'll get Wilfred Mott in there probably at the end as well, towards the end of the third special, I think, because it'll be a nice send off to the 60th.
I'm kind of prepared to cry, not gonna lie. I'm gonna need to put like a box of tissues near the couch.
Yeah, it'll be nice to see him again though. I think it's gonna be good.
Oh, definitely. And I'm hoping that it provides some kind of, closure for fans too.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Because you've got Beat the Meep as well in the Starby, so that's gonna be funny.
So cute.
Very cute.
Yeah. I look forward to when they can release like the plushies of Beat the Meep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
those are gonna sell out like that. I just know it.
Yeah, because I see it like Comic Cons out there that they're selling Beat the Meat tops. So it'd be nice if they did the teddy bear or something.
One of my pals told me, Beep, why do you like Beep the Meep? He's evil. And I'm like, what if he's not evil? And even then he's too cute to dislike. You just want to pat him on the head.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see like how it all fits in to the story, because I think because apparently Russell T Davies said these specials are going to be scary. They're going to be like horror, like they're going to be quite scary. So I like when Doctor Who's scary though. I don't know about you guys, but I think it's at its best when you're scared.
I mean, there's definitely a reason why some of the scariest ones are the fan favorites, like Midnight and Silence in the Library and stuff like that. There's a big reason why those are fan favorites, and they're definitely great to watch on Halloween. I can say that. Just maybe keep the lights on.
Duck behind the sofa.
Yeah. Yeah.
I used to do that when the Weeping Angels were on.
Oh yeah, Time of the Angels is one of my most scariest ones.
Yeah, that one is pretty terrifying, but I like it too in that it not only reintroduces River, but it also shows one of the more kind and compassionate sides of the Doctor as he's trying to protect Amy from the angels.
I like that two-parter. It's very good. Like I think it's one of the first times the Weeping Angel's actually trapped in someone's eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Which is scary itself.
Mm-hmm.
Because we all go outside. Wherever we live, we see statues and we say that's a Weeping Angel over there. Yeah.
Relating to that a bit, at my university, since it used to be a Catholic university, but now it's more secular, there are like a bunch of statues on campus, and there are several that show like angels, and every time I walk by them, I'm just like, don't blink, don't blink, blink, and I'll.
Yeah.
There's
But
a cemetery like up the road from me, and every time I've been on the bus going past it, if you sit upstairs, you can see an angel in there, and I'm just like, uh-oh.
No!
Yeah, there's an angel in there. And I just kind of thinking of Doctor Who when I look in there.
Somebody changed a friend's wallpaper as a prank, and they made it to like change the pictures on the wallpaper, and it showed the security camera footage of the angel and then the angel facing the camera, and it startled them so badly.
yeah, the Weeping Angels are definitely scary. But one you know the doll episode with Matt Smith, Night Terrors it's called. That always
Yes.
petrified me because I'd be petrified like how you can actually transform into it. Into the doll. It was quite scary.
I don't blame you. I've always found dolls to be creepy. Like my grandmother used to have this giant collection of dolls, and she'd just have a room full of them. And I remember as a kid accidentally stumbling into that room and being like,
That's literally the living room downstairs. My mom's got a cabinet full of dolls.
oh dear. Oh God.
Don't open the wardrobe.
Yeah.
Tick tock goes the clock.
Yeah, that was scary. What do you guys think more scary? Out of in that Ood episode with Catherine Tate and David Tennant, where where the man in charge got transformed into an Ood, and he held his own brains, and he literally got transformed into an Ood. Do you think that's more scary than with the Ninth Doctor and like the mummies, like when they touch and that the kids get transformed into the masked people? What one do you think's more scary, do you think?
Honestly, that's a hard question to answer. But whole guy holding his own brain is definitely up there. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah, that is quite scary.
Oh, I just gotta stretch. Yeah, I mean,
But then
I've
the mask being flipped in the face as well. That's a tough one.
yeah.
Yeah, I actually went into an army shop earlier this year and had this gas mask on you could buy this gas mask. And I was like, I want that because I could recreate the mummy scene.
Are you my mommy? Mommy, I'm scared.
Yeah.
Mommy. Yeah, that episode was definitely a very unnerving one, but it was also a fun one in that of course, it introduced Captain Jack Harkness as a character, and it really built on the Ninth Doctor and Rose's characters. It really showed both their adventurous and more compassionate sides, and the ending, the Doctor dances. Of course, you can't help but laugh at that.
Yeah.
And one thing that always sticks in my mind is, ah, yes, Toxic, a traditional Earth ballad.
Yeah. It's so good. Like I do like that part storylines because I always enjoy when we have the two-parters. Um, I hope we get. I reckon the 60th will go into the Christmas special. Like follow on. Which it's good we're getting a Christmas special this year. Because we haven't had one for I think 7 or 8 years, so it's gonna be
Yeah.
a Christmas to remember this year, I think.
That'd be good if it follows.
I love. Oh no, you go on. Sorry, Grace. I didn't mean to interrupt
No,
you.
go on. That was all I was gonna say.
I mean, I like, the 13th Doctor. I really liked her, and I liked several of her stories, but I feel like Chris Chibnall's writing did not do her the justice that she deserved. I feel like 13 definitely did deserve a Christmas special. So it's gonna be nice to have him come. It's gonna be nice to have him come back. Still, though, I wish I was able to see 13 like on Christmas. I could just imagine her cutesy little childlike joy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Someone get her a Santa hat.
Mm.
Maybe
Yeah.
like Alfie's, like, okay, I'm going to the workshop now. And it's in the TARDIS.
Get her a bunch of custard creams for
Yeah.
Christmas.
Yes.
Yeah. I did quite like the New Year's Day specials, but the only thing that really annoyed me was there were Daleks every single time. I was wanting someone else,
Yeah.
I don't mind the Daleks, but I think they just need a little bit of a break now where we see them too much.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Russell T Davies actually brought up in an interview that first season of 15's run is not going to include the Daleks, that he's actually, purposefully taking a bit of a break from them, probably for that kind of reason.
Yeah, and he actually said because there's been a thing going on in the last couple of years, thinking like the BBC own the rights to the Daleks, so they have to be in every season. And I saw Russell T Davies said that's completely untrue. So that's not a thing. So there's no law to have the Daleks in every single season, even though they have been in every single season, especially of New Who. But yeah, I think we are getting for the Children in Need special. But I think that'll be it. I think that's only 5 minutes, so not long. But it's going to be interesting to see what that has in store. Because I think after it, they're doing an episode of Unleashed straight after to talk about that. So that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be something fun to watch in the meantime as we wait for the special to come out and as we wait for 15's run to start next year.
Yeah. It's going to be really cool.
Imagine if they bring minisodes back. Like when they did minisode for Children in Need. Imagine if they did that again.
Yeah.
Like the
I would love
5 minute thing
that.
they're planning on doing becomes a minisode
Yeah.
and they do a bunch after that.
That'd be nice.
That'd be great.
I also love how it's all meant for, the Children in Need specials are not only fun to watch and, awesome for fans, but that they work towards a really good cause.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, it's really cool. It is really cool because one of the people hosting Children in Need this year is going to be in the next series of Doctor Who next year.
Ooh.
So hopefully they might be able to announce it. Like say it's time for the Doctor Who mini sode if that's what they're calling it. But yeah, it's gonna be super cool. I think that Shooty's first series will probably come around April next year, I reckon, because I think that's always a good time to have Doctor Who.
Yeah, I'm hoping that it'll come fairly soon after the specials. I mean, I understand if they wouldn't want it to be too abrupt, but at the same time, it's so hard to wait.
Yeah.
Apparently the information for the release date is redacted, but I don't know. I was watching this episode of Who Culture and the host on there, if anyone knows, Ellie. She was on about the release date, and apparently we're just not sure when it is now.
Hmm.
Probably spring,
Probably.
like we said, April-ish.
They try really hard to keep secrets, but Whovians have a way of finding out. Don't you agree?
Yeah. Yeah, that is why, if we remember 10 years ago, where the Night of the Doctor with Paul McGann, like that little mini episode, that was
Yeah.
supposed to be released on the 23rd of November, but it wasn't because it was leaked by fans. Fans posted it and they shared it. That was the reason it was released early, and it actually released on his birthday. So that was good in a way, but this is the problem with leaks.
Yeah.
So if like because there's a huge rumor that Paul McGann is getting an Eighth Doctor spin-off. So soon enough, if that's true, we'll probably get told in the next couple of weeks. I'd love it to be true because I think he does deserve his own series, and spin-offs are the way forward now for Doctor Who, I think, with the Whoniverse.
I think with the film, he just didn't get enough time, did he?
No.
I mean, it's just a film, whereas the others get a full 2-3 series.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but I think a mini series like a spin-off would be really good for him to have, as he didn't get a series, and it was at a time that movie was at a time when they stopped Doctor Who again after that, and if it still went on, Doctor Who might have been in America because that's where that movie was set. But who knows? I think we'll be getting a few spin-offs. We know we're on the 23rd of November. We're getting a Dalek kind of in color thing, and a bargain hunt special.
That's
Yeah.
That's exciting. Oh, sorry, Grace. You go ahead. I don't mean to cut you off.
I didn't say anything. Go on.
Yeah. People seem to have like weirdly mixed feelings about the upcoming colorized versions of the first Dalek serial ever. I mean, some people, myself included, are really excited to see what it's going to look like that way, but others think it's some kind of weird like sacrilege, like it's bad or wrong to color, black and white shows because the black and white has a certain charm to it. And although I can understand a little bit of where they're coming from, I feel like they're maybe overreacting a bit. Like, the black and white version's still going to be there to watch. It's just they're offering another version too, and it'll be really cool to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree, and I mean, it's easier to watch, I think, as well if it's in color. Like you say, it's nothing against it being in black and white. I just think a lot of us may get bored, just in general. It's hard because the episodes are like those older episodes are like I think 20 minutes an episode. They weren't like they are now, like 45 minutes to an hour. So it's going to be interesting. I think that the whole Dalek story is going to be all in one, like a movie. So it's going to be cool. But I don't think that's the only thing we're going to get. I think there's a secret surprise for the 23rd. Don't get me wrong. I've seen the Dalek story. It's great, but to me, that's not a surprise. A proper surprise. It's a surprise, but just something else. I think we'll get something else as well.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of stuff. The BBC definitely has a tendency to really deliver for its fans and offer us a ton of unique surprises when it comes to brand new parts of the series or new merchandise or, honoring classic stories, especially those that have been missing, all that stuff. And part of me really, like I said earlier, part of me really, really hopes that they will make an animated reconstruction of the Celestial Toymaker just so we can see the original character that's reappearing in the special.
Yeah. Do you think the Toymaker this will be his only story, or do you think he'll be in the new series? Do you think he'll come into that, or do you think the Toymaker's just here for the 60th?
I think he might come back. I mean, as a classic Who villain that's making a return, something tells me that he might appear in other serials coming up, maybe like towards the end of the season. So like the more exciting episodes that finish off like a certain part of the series.
Yeah, I think what we need is new villains. Make new villains. You know.
Yeah.
Now, make new
Mhm.
characters that you're going to remember for the next 20 years.
Yes.
So you might want to bring back, I don't know, the Rani, another Time Lord, or create a new Time Lord that has never been seen before. I think that would be at least a good way for new fans, because I think they are starting again from series 1. I think so. That's going to be interesting.
They
but-
are starting from series 1.
Yeah.
I find that odd. Like, why call it series 1? Why not series 15, 14? Sorry. You know, why?
It is a bit odd now that I think about it. I mean, I guess they want to say that the series is making another big advance by, going on Disney Plus and with the new intro and all that stuff. But like, I don't really understand it either. I feel like it should have been a continuation of New Who, but I guess we're getting a new era. And what are we going to call it? Are we going to call it New Who? Or are we going to call it New Who 2? What's
It's
it going
going
to
to
be
be
called?
like New York. But it's New Who.
New Who, yeah. I think.
Sorry.
I think.
Okay.
I think what the best way to call it is, just so people don't get complicated, is just to call it the Whoniverse, because it's just they've named it the Whoniverse now, and people can call it New Who if they want, but I think just to make it easier for the Whoniverse is the best option, but who knows how many times this is going to happen. If it happens again, what we're going to call it, Whoniverse 2. So I don't know.
The new universe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Turn into
Sorry, I'm
something
having way
like,
too much fun with this.
Doctor What instead of Doctor Who. They'll change it.
Yep.
Dr. What?
Doctor What? Yeah. Yeah.
Wasn't there an episode where like somebody asked the doctor, like, Dr. What? And he just looked like offended that they didn't ask the question? Like, I swear that there was an episode where something like that happened, but I just can't put my finger on it.
Oh, I think
I remember.
I think it's the moon one with I can't remember what it's called, like the moon
Oh,
with
Day of the
Martha
Moon?
Jones. No, like
Or no.
when Martha Jones and the Doctor were on the moon with the Jadoon.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right.
Jadoon
Yeah,
on the
that
moon.
one. Your platoon of Jadoon on the moon, as 13 said.
It's quite funny. We've only seen the Jadoon twice, properly in a story. With only the one with the 30th Doctor and the one with David Tennant. So I wouldn't mind seeing them again, but we only just saw them recently, so I guess we won't.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be interesting to see if they reappear.
Yeah. Would anyone like the Slovene to appear again?
Yeah, I was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe if they make a few improvements on them. I mean, they're kind of funny, but they're kind of goofy at the same time. I suppose that's why they shift them on Sarah Jane so much. I don't know.
I mean, we kind of need a goofy, lighthearted villain here and there, and Slovene definitely served their purpose there. I still remember like watching the first episode featuring them with the Ninth Doctor and how in their human suits they were just farting nonstop.
That was funny. That was funny, especially the scene when the Ninth Doctor was talking to them, like in the Downing Street was saying, "Do you mind stop farting when I'm trying to talk?"
You mind not silent bit, Decky?
Yeah, and then they just did that. That did scare me though with the Slovene as a kid. When they're opening them up and they're taking their suit off.
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
was scary.
Yeah, that I mean, call me immature if I'm immature because I'm in my early 20s, but it really doesn't matter because if there is a fart or a fart joke, I will laugh at it, and the Slovene in the human suit is for no exception for this role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do need like villains.
Mhm.
More villains.
Let's be honest, if the Slovene were real, they'd probably be more of a problem than cows for the atmosphere. You know how they say
Yeah.
cows releasing methane is a problem. Slovene would be more of a
Yes.
problem.
Just
Yeah.
Just equip yourself with vinegar, and you should be all right.
It's just like I'm just gonna like pinch the white vinegar cleaner that my parents use and just wield it like a weapon.
Buy a
Maybe
gas mask
attach.
as well.
Yes. Yes, because you use that, they vaporize, and it probably smells awful.
Yeah, but try not to turn into, are you my mummy?
Mommy!
Yeah. But that scene, you know, at the end of that story, when the doctor was like, "Everyone lives, Rose. Everyone lives." I really like that part of the episode.
Yeah, you can definitely feel his relief there. I mean, he's seen a lot, he's been through a lot, he's witnessed and experienced a lot of deaths. So it's only natural that he felt relieved when everybody lived.
Definitely. So with the 60th, do we think that it's going to be a multi-story, multi-doctor, or do we just think David Tennant and Shooty are going to be only 2 doctors there for the specials?
I've heard mixed things. Like, I've heard that Matt Smith is not going to be in the 60th special. So I guess there's that, but I mean, they often hide things from us, so who knows? It's a little hard to predict. The biggest thing I'm curious about is how 14 is going to regenerate into 15, and I get the biggest impression that 14, since, you know, he's in the same body as his 10th self, will actually be like, I'm ready to go now as he regenerates.
Yeah, that is going to be interesting.
Could you say it's technically multi-doctor anyway? Because we're going to see 14 regenerate into 15. So that's already 2 doctors, just not running around at the same time.
True. Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be good to see them interact. Of the 15th Doctor and the 14th Doctor. It's going to be great. I think what the 15th Doctor will probably be trapped in the Toymaker's world because the Toymaker can make an whole new universe. So that it's almost like the multiverse of Doctor Who. He could probably create the Toymaker, so anyone you want could probably bring into the 60th somehow. So who knows? It's going to be interesting to see what the Toymaker does. I read the latest Doctor Who magazine, and they were talking about a little bit, no spoilers, but they were just talking about each special. And in the first special, it's going to be more about the like Beat the Meep. It's going to be like a Beat the Meep story. And I think each special will lead into the next. So you'll probably get to be continued at the end. I always like saying that to like that to be continued. So the second special, according to Russell, is very weird. It's weird special, something they've never done before. So that's what that one's going to be about, and they're going to be in a place where they need help from other people. So that's where the surprises. There's going to be on the Doctor Who magazine. It has three names, but blanked. So there's going to be 3 crucial people in that special as well. And then the last special was more or less a Toymaker story in the Giggle. And apparently that's the most scariest one with puppets.
Neil Patrick Harris is a great actor. I just know that he's gonna slip right into the role perfectly and really take it on. He's a super talented actor, and he's just he's good at slipping into many different kinds of characters. Like I know him best as the very obnoxious guy Barney from the American sitcom How I Met Your Mother, although I've heard his voice acting and seen his characters in other shows as well.
I've seen him in um, a series of unfortunate events.
Oh yeah, that's also he was also in those. Yeah, that's right.
It's
I
in
knew that I was thinking of that.
It's a Sin, I think, as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's been in a few things, so it's good we're getting they're mixing it up, so you have some American actors as well.
Yep. He sounds like he's doing a it sounds like he's doing a German accent because, worldwide premiere. Like it sounds like that.
Yeah, I think that's the last special, I think it's all leading to that. Like they're all trying to find out what's happening. But yeah, when I first heard that, I was just so excited. I think they released that on Christmas Day, didn't they? Or yeah, for
Mm.
Christmas Day. Or Christmas Eve to say there was going to be a little trailer on Christmas Day last year. So awesome.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah, I wonder if there. I do wonder this, but for the specials, I wonder if there'll be a next time trailer, or they might not want to do a next time trailer just to not give anything more away. That'll be interesting. We get that.
I wouldn't be surprised if they wanted to just leave us on a cliffhanger. They've done that a couple times.
Yeah.
There's already so much behind the scenes stuff though that's been released. Like there's so many photos of them filming with Shooty and oh shoot me, I forgot her name, but Ruby Sunday.
Oh, Millie Gibson.
Thank you. I
Mhm.
forgot her name. But yeah, we've already seen so much behind the scenes stuff. Give us the next time, please.
I just love seeing the chemistry and friendship between Shooty and Millie, both on and off set. Like they just look like they're such good friends, and that's really gonna shine through in their characters as the Doctor and his companion.
Yeah, I can't believe how old Millie is as well. So she's, I think, one of the youngest companions. To be on Doctor Who.
She's
Yeah.
18, isn't she?
Yeah, I think so. 18 or 19.
Yeah,
Uh,
she's 5 years younger than me.
yeah. But yeah, they released yesterday or the other day that a guest star that's going to be in the new series and the Christmas special, because they're already filming the 2024 Christmas special already. Which is crazy because
Ooh.
we haven't seen the specials yet. So it's crazy how far in advance they're filming Doctor Who.
We do get these little glimpses and bits and pieces, though, and that definitely is fun and entertaining and makes it even more exciting for when it's coming up.
Yeah, definitely.
It's apparently set a new record for Doctor Who. It's like the fastest time we've got a season filmed after another season, and neither of them have come out yet, and we're still waiting for the 60th.
Yeah, I
It's
think
mental.
it's crazy. I think they have plenty of time to do a spin-off now in between. I think. And we get lots of Doctor Who news near enough every week now, like leading up to it. So and it wasn't like that for a while. And I remember like the Power of the Doctor. We I think everyone was saying, when's this trailer coming out for the Power of the Doctor? And it came maybe like 2 weeks before. So no updates. But we're getting lots now. So it's a really exciting time to be a Doctor Who fan.
Oh, yeah. Oh, just all the news everywhere. I feel like we're just constantly in a state of excitement and what's going to come next?
Yeah. Yes. It's great. It's great. So much to look forward to within Shooty's series, Shooty's second series, which is interesting because I don't know if like Ruby Sunday is going to be in the second series because they're saying about a guest star in the next season. Does that mean Ruby Sunday is not going to be in that season, so that's going to be interesting.
Definitely something to think about. And Russell T Davies did say something about how, how something is going to happen to Ruby that will leave us all speechless or emotional.
Yeah, I wonder if he just kills her off first season.
That would be awful. Like, oh God, I've cried several times, like if a companion dies or has to leave during a hard time. I mean, like I said earlier, I feel like the 13th Doctor and her companions deserved much better writing that they got. But I guess one thing that I could say I particularly liked about Chris Chibnall and how he handled the companions was that he made sure they all lived. Everyone lives.
Yeah, I mean, like, when Yaz left the Doctor, that was a bit odd because the Doctor was like to Yaz, I can't do this anymore, and then Yaz kind of accepted it. I mean, if I was the companion, I wouldn't be accepting. I'll be demanding answers. I'll be like,
Yeah, me too.
why have I got to leave now? Well, all this time. So that was odd. But yeah, I do like it. It was a bit different, but really, if you think about it, over New Who, no one's really died. All the companions are lived. So if we think about it,
Yeah.
Bill didn't die really in the end because she floated it off, and same with Clara. She flew in the TARDIS. So there's always a way to bring all these people back.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Although that didn't stop me from crying my eyes out during episodes like Face the Raven and The Doctor Falls. And I mean, Clara's my favorite companion. And like I kind of admitted earlier, I may or may not have a little bit of a crush on her, so I'm probably biased that way.
Yeah, yeah. Like with Amy and Rory's death was very sad as well. I think that
Yeah.
was a sad one.
Seeing 11 crying like that really broke my heart.
Yeah, that was pretty sad.
Just because he
It's
really
sad
grew to
that
love them.
yeah, it's sad that two of them had to go. Like it's
Mhm.
normally we have to deal with just one companion, but it's two, so it's extra.
Yeah.
Yeah, Amy should have listened to the Doctor and just gone in the TARDIS. But even so, I don't know how that would have saved her because she would be looking away to get in the TARDIS. So I don't know how that would have worked. But
That's
they
no,
probably
you go on,
lived.
sorry.
They lived, didn't they? I reckon they lived in another universe where the Weeping Angels zapped them.
I do like to imagine that, although they got sent back in time by the angels, that they still lived a happy and fulfilling life as a couple, as a married couple together in a different time period.
Yeah, definitely. Right.
I don't know if anyone's here has read the Ruby's Curse, but Alex Kingston actually wrote the book and wrote that Amy and Rory, they're now living in 1939 Manhattan, kind of trapped in a time loop kind of thing. Like they're trapped in that time period and they're just living their lives, and it's quite nice.
Oh, that's awesome that she done that. Yeah, her character was great. Like River Song. She was a really good character.
Yeah, she
I like
is.
I liked
Go
Amy
on.
because oh no, sorry. I feel like I'm always cutting you off.
No, it's fine. Go on. I don't know when to talk. I'm trying to talk, but also give other people a chance.
I'm trying to do the same too because I know I have a tendency to talk a lot. I really liked Amy because she was both like really sweet and kind to the doctor, but she did not hesitate to sass him or tell him off when he needed to hear that stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I feel definitely something that she had in common with Donna as a companion, just the sassy ginger ladies.
Yeah. It was funny because the Doctor was always moaning about why why he isn't ginger, and then all the companions just turn ginger.
He's probably going to complain again about not being ginger when he regenerates from 14 to 15. I'm going to get another still not ginger.
You know, I think they just have an agenda, not to be ginger, just to keep the meme going on.
Yeah, yeah.
He's going to compensate with the orange clothes. Not ginger,
Yes.
so I'll just wear orange.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be interesting because each new shooty episode looks like to be a different costume. So it's going to be interesting how this all works. So because like is he going to just whip it out? Because the budget is bigger than ever, so it gives more reason to have new costumes every episode.
I've noticed that some people are kind of critical of the new Doctor having so many costumes, but I don't get it. I mean, you know, it's cool to have a signature outfit, and it's clear that he does, but it's also going to be fun seeing all his other outfits depending on the episodes, and I especially love his 60s look with the afro.
Mhm. Yeah, I think that's going to be a good one, but that's going to be a good episode.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
But we do actually know the title of the Christmas episode, Shooty's first proper episode, as a Doctor. It's going to be called the Church. So something I can't. The Church on Ruby Road. Yeah, that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I probably a hint to how he meets his companion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us when Ruby drops in.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting. And I think potentially because I think Ruby hasn't got much. I think her family's left her. And I think the Doctor will relate to that because of the timeless children's storyline or the timeless child storyline that he doesn't know his parents. So I think they are relating that into the story. So the timeless storyline ain't gonna be gone. Because I know there's a lot of a uproar when that happened.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, I absolutely hated that when that happened. I got so mad at it. I was crying. I just didn't like it.
Are you referring to
Timeless
to the whole?
Child.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
The Timeless Child story.
It felt to me like really bad fan fiction. I did not care for it at all. But it seems like Russell T Davies doesn't necessarily want to phase it out.
which makes sense, I guess, in a way, because he doesn't want to be mean to the former showrunner who did the show, because
Yeah.
in that sense, so he's good. I guess he's just going to use it at the start and maybe not use it, because it makes sense in the story that if a companion is similar in a way to use that at the start to kind of relate. But I don't know, they might not use that at all. But yeah. We know there's a lot of uproar, but you know, in that storyline with Taeyoon, I mean, she just died. We saw her for a few seconds, then she dies. I was thinking to myself, what's the point?
Yeah, what the heck, man?
Yeah. It was great that they expanded on Thomas Child a bit in Flux and just it stopped being a fan fiction for a little bit, but they dropped the whole there's this thing destroying the universe thing. It's like, what happened there? Why did they sort of drop it at the end?
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, I can understand that with Flux they were kind of trying to do like a classic Who type story, and I can appreciate that, but I just feel like the whole storyline in general was a mess.
Yeah, I guess Flux was because of the pandemic and that, but still, I thought the start of Flux actually was all right.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, the Halloween Apocalypse was good, and then that one and the Sontaran one, that was good. And then by the time we get to our last couple episode, like like the last couple, I don't understand. Like we never found out who the two main villains were because they said
Nope.
they knew who the Doctor was, and you'd think we'd know that by the end, and the watch. The whole story was about opening the memories of the watch. We thought we'd open that, but didn't open that either.
She just, yeah, that I still don't know who those two villains were supposed to be, and it is quite frustrating that they weren't revealed to us. Like, at least they should have given us some kind of answer, but it feels like they just left so many things unknown, and too many at that, if you ask me.
Yeah. But I think I like it. We have a storyline and we close it at the end of the season, or at least in an era of the show.
Yes.
You don't want that to go into the next era. That's kind of a separate new start, but we didn't get that in the last series, unfortunately.
Something tells me that Russell T Davies, that part of why he is, not getting rid of that storyline is because he might find some way to patch it up.
Maybe.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Yeah, because there's no. I guess that was a way to maybe continue, because I think the Doctor was only allowed 13 regenerations.
Yeah.
And they were all used up. Maybe that was a way to continue it. I think. But yeah, who knows what will happen? But the 60th anniversary is going to be really fun. And before we go, guys, I'm going to ask you all a question, which will get used in a video after the 60th anniversary airs, to see if what you want to happen happened, or something that a companion or doctor that you want to come in and did go in it. So basically, what I'm asking is, just say, I'll start with you, Grace. Is there any what would you like to happen in the 60th anniversary specials? And is there anyone that hasn't been announced yet you would like to see in the 60th in some way?
I don't really know. I think I'm pretty happy with what we've got so far.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to see some surprises, but I'm thinking more for like the series we've got coming with Shooty, like what we were saying with the villains, like bring in some new ones, bring back some classics. Stuff like the Meddling Monk, for example. He was with the
yes.
first Doctor.
Yeah.
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 It's only after that we got told, oh, he's a Time Lord, but it's like during the episode he's supposed to be one of the Doctor's people, but obviously Time Lords haven't been invented yet. Like, bring him back. Why not? Or
Yeah.
like Ronnie or Romana, any other aliens that haven't popped up for a while, like the Sensorites. Yeah, just stuff like that.
Yeah.
Bring
The
Farah back in the
Sensorites.
Flying Diner.
The Sensorites was one of my favorite first Doctor serials. Oh, hi Kiwi.
Hi.
Yeah. That it would be good to have some old villains come back. It's gonna be interesting, because I know we like, I think it was it might have been a Sixth Doctor story. I can't remember what they're called, but like filming last year that for the new series, they had these slug creatures that were sucking people. And I
Oh yeah,
don't know
Tractators. That's what they were called.
Yeah, them. So I think they might be in the new series. So that will be interesting. And some sort of politics storyline. So it's gonna be really cool. Well, thanks, Grace. Jake, what is anything that you would like to see happen in the 60th, or are you happy already? What you already know?
I'm happy already.
You're happy already? Okay. Olivia, what about you?
I'm pretty happy with a lot of the things that are going on, although something I definitely like to see is maybe a bit of backstory on the toy maker for those who aren't familiar with the original Classic Who story. So I think that would be fun, like maybe the Doctor flashing back to his first incarnation and his first encounter with the toy maker with Dodo and Steven. And I'm just excited to see how 14 is going to regenerate into 15. Like, regeneration's always really bittersweet, but I'm excited for Ncuti Gatwa. He's a great actor, and you can tell he's passionate about the show. And I hope to see 14 go, I'm ready to go now.
Yeah, that would be a good way. I think it'll be the last time we see David Tennant as a Doctor properly in the role. He'll probably come back when he's older for a cameo. Probably the 70th, knowing him. But but who knows? But yeah, I agree. I think that'll be really nice, but bittersweet to see him say that. Because that's what everyone wants. But knowing Russell, if he knows that's what we want, he do something totally the opposite.
Yes.
But who knows? Who knows? Evangelyn, what about you? Would you like anything, or are you happy with what you got?
I hope to see some funny moments from the episode. I remember one of the most funniest moments between the Doctor and Donna is when they're talking through a window, but they can't realize that like one of the villains is watching them the entire time. And I'd love to see more moments like that because Doctor Who is a very like heartwarming and emotional show. So those lighthearted moments are really important too, and I'd love to see more of those.
Yeah, I'd love that too, because it'd be nice to have more banter, more jokes. Like I think in the trailer when which is most people's favourite part when the Donna saying the TARDIS run away and then she was like, I'm gonna go and kick its ass. So we get more moments like that in the episodes. Would be great. But I think the only thing we're wondering about is how Donna remembers, which is gonna be interesting.
I hope she doesn't die.
Yeah.
Me too. Me too. But part of me also anticipates it, unfortunately.
I think it's going to be very dark. It's going to be very dark, I think. And I mean, to be honest, from the prophecy, I think of Dalek Khan said that someone will die. Maybe that's now. Maybe that was not meant for that episode. It was meant for the 60th all this time. But I wouldn't like Donna to die, but maybe that leads into, because I think 15th Doctor's gonna be really emotional. So maybe it's called a church because he's been at a grave over Donna. But who knows? Hopefully not. But maybe that's how she gets her memories back. She has to play a set of games to keep them and stay alive. But if she loses the game, she will die. And as if you don't know the toy maker, if the toy maker loses, he's a sore loser. So if he loses, everyone loses.
I can see that happening.
Yeah. And I think the original toy maker, Michael Gough, I think his name was that. I think there's going to be some shots of him in the 60th as well. Which would be
I'd
cool.
love to see that.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
I think Rose Temple Noble will carry on like after, like follow on in Donna's steps, maybe, and travel with Ruby or after Ruby at some point.
Yeah, hopefully she might be like kind of a character like River or someone who's just come in and out of the seasons or of the series. Maybe like that. Because I think she'll know a lot about the Doctor anyway, probably because she's been told. So yeah, I can't wait to see her or their character in the specials, because why Rose Tyler? Maybe that's where it's from. But who knows? But to everyone here, thank you for joining today, coming on for an episode. But to anyone listening and watching, we hope you enjoy it as well. Soon after this, it will be the 60th anniversary, so that's going to be really awesome. And the first festive special will be an episode with a Doctor, which will get announced a day before. So that episode is on the 23rd of November, because there's no Doctor Who episode on 23rd of November. So everyone has the chance to watch that episode with the Doctor. And it's all been kept secret all this time. And it was actually recorded in June. So everyone will enjoy this episode because it's a very good one. And it's a Doctor everyone likes. Well, not that everyone don't like a Doctor. But yeah. But to anyone listening and watching, we hope you enjoyed this.
Has definitely left a positive mark on the show.
Definitely. definitely. But to anyone watching, we hope you enjoyed this episode. Enjoy the next set of episodes with Doctor Who actors, which is really cool. With a Christmas special as well, which is really cool. But yeah, thanks to everyone here. Hope you have a nice rest of your day or evening, and enjoy the 60th.
Thank you. Thanks for inviting us.
Thank you.
Thank you.